Peace and numbness can look almost identical. That's why so many people confuse them. Both feel quiet. Both reduce emotional noise. Both feel better than chaos. But only one is associated with the manifesting state, and the other slowly disconnects you from yourself. Numbness is a shutdown. Peace is safety. Your nervous system knows the difference, even if your mind doesn't. And if you misunderstand this distinction, you can mistake emotional withdrawal for alignment. Here's how this usually shows up. You decide you're going to stay calm. You've been working on yourself. You don't want to react anymore. You want to be in the manifesting state. Then something disappointing happens. A text that doesn't come. An opportunity falls through. Someone responds differently than you expected. You don't react. You don't feel much. You tell yourself, I'm good. I'm aligned. I'm unbothered. But internally, there's distance. Not stability, distance. You feel slightly removed from the experience, slightly muted, slightly disconnected. That's not peace. That's protection. Numbness says, my brain can't process any more right now. Peace says, there's nothing threatening me. Those are completely different internal signals. One is bracing, the other is settled. And this matters deeply in manifestation because numbness blocks responsiveness. Peace allows flow. When you're numb, you disconnect from desire to avoid pain. You tell yourself you don't care. You shrink the desire. You lower the importance. You become indifferent. That's not stability. That's self-protection disguised as detachment. But peace. Peace feels different. In peace, the desire can still exist. You can want something. You can prefer something. You can move towards something. But there's no urgency gripping your body. No tightness, no emotional bargaining. Desire exists without pressure. That's the manifesting state. The manifesting state is not emotional absence. It's emotional non-reactivity. You still feel, you just don't spiral. You still notice, you just don't collapse. You can feel disappointment rise and remain who you decided to be. You can feel excitement rise and remain grounded. Your identity doesn't swing with sensation, and that's stability. Here's a simple test. When something unexpected happens, ask yourself, do I feel present in my body, or do I feel slightly removed from it? Presence is peace. Removal is numbness. Peace feels aware. Numbness feels dull. Peace feels open. Numbness feels closed. Numbness freezes identity. Peace stabilizes it. When you're numb, you're not choosing your state. You're pausing it. When you're at peace, you are actively grounded. You are responsive. You are available to life. Neville described the state as naturalness. Wayne Dyer described it as alignment. Neither described it as emotional shutdown. Neither described it as blankness. They described it as ease. Ease requires presence. Shutdown removes it. The manifesting state feels grounded, not blank. Quiet, not empty. Stable, not disconnected. It feels like you're here, not hiding, not bracing, not shrinking. Here. If you've mistaken numbness for alignment, you weren't doing something wrong. You were protecting yourself. Your system was overwhelmed, and protection is intelligent. But protection is not power. Stability is. And once you feel the difference, once you recognize the subtle presence of real peace, you won't confuse the two again. because one feels like life and the other feels like distance. Subscribe and enter your manifesting state.